Tom Barnard is a broadcasting legend. He has led the highly rated KQRS morning show for 31 years.
But about a year ago, his longtime co-host left the show. Now there's a new female voice in the morning.
It's taken me a long time to get my skin thick enough to be in this position, but I'm really comfortable in it. Yeah. And Tom's just, I like that he's honest. I like that he's not PC.
Michelle Tafoya is back on radio. As I found out during a recent visit, both she and Barnard can dish it out and take it in a studio where nothing is off limits and everyone speaks their minds. From the moment she enters the studio,
my life is ruined.
Oh, hi, Michelle.
Why?
Look at it's Michelle.
Where's your Snickers bar that I'm... Oh,
I already had it.
to the time she sits down.
I know what I'm walking into.
What?
Just, what's the phrase?
The den of
Someone's
iniquity?
handing you a crap sandwich.
It's clear Tom Barnard, Michelle Tafoya, and the entire KQRS morning team are very comfortable saying just about anything to anyone.
What are you doing?
I sure was
Oh,
camera.
Jesus. Could you be any more vain?
Wow. Make sure you get that on tape.
I don't care. Any woman out there knows what I mean. You just...
Well, I just had eye surgery. My eyes are all black and blue.
They're not, they're little, but not
yeah,
so
they're
bad.
dark.
Just listen to what Barnard said on the very first day they met.
Yeah, Adrian Peterson beating his child is unbelievable. I said, Michelle, you're Spanish. You were probably beaten as a child. And she started roaring. She started laughing her ass off.
Because, you know, I love the fact that he's willing to go politically incorrect. I just love, we need it in this day and age.
That was the moment Barnard knew he could work with her. But what kind of guy has that kind of litmus test? Well, a guy that grew up being tested all the time.
How many people lived here?
9 people in 3 bedrooms.
Tom Barnard grew up in poverty in North Minneapolis.
You grow up in a neighborhood like this, you are convinced you have no shot. Because you're told, basically, I'm never going to make it out of here, so why try?
Tom says his father suffered from mental illness, was sometimes abusive, and did not support his family.
My father and I never got along. I just, you know, I wish I could tell you I love my father, but I never did. I felt sorry for him. You know, once you realize, you get older and you realize how tormented he was, you feel sorry for him.
His mother's work ethic was his motivation. Seeing her raise 7 kids on a waitress's salary inspired Tom and gave him hope. Tom says growing up around someone that tough made him gravitate to strong women.
She's a very tough woman, my wife. And then when you meet someone like Michelle, she's got that same quality. It's like, hey, I'll be very pleasant and I'll cooperate, but just don't step over the line. You know, I love that in women. I just love that in women.
We had never met before. In all the time that I've been here, we had never met before the first day we worked together.
No kidding.
Never met.
Over time, Tom would learn that Michelle has weathered some experiences that made her tough and resilient as well.
We watched it all. What was it like to be in the middle of it all?
You know what? It's football. It's part of the game.
You need to be confident to cover the NFL, but there's a lot more to this sideline reporter and mother of 2. Michelle grew up in Manhattan Beach, California. She was a bigger kid until she turned 13 and stopped eating. At one point, the 5'5" Tafoya weighed just 87 pounds.
When I was an anorexic, my family was so angry with me. But I didn't stop eating to make them mad. This was something that felt beyond my control.
She overcame her eating disorder, pursued her sports broadcasting career, and years later moved to Minnesota. Michelle and Mark got married in 2000. They tried to start a family, but after 2 miscarriages in 1 year, they started seeing a fertility specialist. Eventually, they tried in vitro fertilization. She got pregnant with twin boys, but miscarried again.
Pregnant with these babies, and then they go away.
The sorrow would eventually give way to joy with the birth of Tyler. A woman so grateful for her family was in studio with Tom Barnard and heading for a big surprise.
He is a family man first and foremost. I didn't expect that, just because I didn't know him. And that spoke volumes to me, because if this guy's that devoted to his family, he's got his values straight. So that that really hit me initially. That was going to be important, and we could connect on that.
What's your sister going to do for a job now?
Oh, now that's the other sister.
The fact of the matter is, you're never going to get baloney from us. You just aren't.
That's very true.
Unless we're at a deli.
So Tom's under contract with KQ through June of 2021. Michelle Tafoya also has a multi-year contract with the station. And the Tom Barnard podcast is in its 6th year. It's now nationally syndicated on Westwood One Radio, and it recently passed 300,000 subscribers. So
Wow.
you can download that and get a lot of other information through WCCO.com/links.